HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit for a reason, and now's a perfect time for you to find out why. So go to HelloFresh.com/10TMGW and use the code 10TMGW for 10 free meals and free shipping. This might get weird.
Well, are we rolling?
We are rolling, Mamrie Hart.
Cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
We are having a delicious, fruity, sour beer. I'm back on my beer bullshit.
Yeah, but this doesn't, if you just gave me this in a glass and asked, I would say it's like a mixed drink.
It's breakfast.
Yeah. It looks almost like a Valentine's Day Bloody Mary.
Oh my God, do you have anything ready for Valentine's Day?
The answer's no, absolutely nothing. Well, yeah, because we're, 4 days out from Valentine's Day?
I think we're exactly 1 week.
Okay.
No, or 6 days. It's on the 14th?
Time doesn't work the same.
No, it doesn't, but you know what's annoying?
What?
Is that...
Get into the annoying things immediately. I didn't mean to. Because I also have some annoying things too.
It's actually not annoying. It's just... Chip ordered me something, and so I know it's in a box in our living room, and he's like, this is Valentine's Day. Do you want to go and open it? And I was like, no, and also I have nothing for you.
Well, see, Elliot's birthday is like the week after Valentine's Day, so I'm kind of like smashing them together.
You lucky bitch, you get to do a holiday combo?
Yeah, big time.
Do you think in reality, though, that means you get him more than you would if they were separate, or you actually have to get him less stuff because... it's two combined. You know what I mean? Like all those kids.
That's a math equation I'm trying to
just mean like, you know those kids whose like birthdays were on December 23rd and you're like, do you get fucked or do you get amazing?
Right.
I'm holding a pen.
It's very threatening. This year, I've got him something that I think is really fun.
Does he listen to this podcast? Just tell me.
He might. So I don't want to risk it.
Okay.
But I got him something that I think is really fun and good for like his hobbies and working in the house. So it's like an activity kind of thing. But I also
are they cleaning supplies? Is this a way for you to get him to clean?
Like, that would be. I mean, would that be an asshole gift to give someone cleaning supplies,
or
would it be kind of nice?
I feel like back in the day when you would watch like a sitcom in the 80s or 90s, and the wife, you know, like the wife on Everybody Loves Raymond would be like, Dustbuster. Thanks a lot. You know
Thanks,
what I
Ray.
mean? Ray. Fucking Ray. Like, let me go put on hand lotion in bed. That bitch was putting on hand lotion every goddamn scene where they went to bed.
Really? I never really watched Everybody Loves Raymond. My parents, they loved it. They were one of the everybody.
Well, I was going to say, everybody. I don't think so. No, like in general, I think sitcom wives are always... like, it's just when they get in bed, they, like, put on lotion. I'm like, I've never done that in my entire life.
No. I can't say that I've ever sat down before bed and made sure that my hands were moisturized.
I'm going to say, I don't know if I've ever even just put lotion on my hands unless they are, like, cracked open from windburn.
I've only put them on this last year because, I'll literally go to, like, grab a fork and then it just goes crack, crack, crack across my knuckles. And I'm like, well, they shouldn't be bleeding in the summer, I guess. It's from washing my hands so much at the start of quarantine.
And the alcohol from all the hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
I get it. I feel
nuts.
like my hands have aged 3 decades since this pandemic started. I got full on witch hands.
My
There's
hands
no way to hide it.
They never looked my age to begin with.
I'm going to be honest.
My hands have always looked like a 90-year-old woman that has worked on a farm for her entire life.
Your hands look like a witch turned an old lady into a young, beautiful woman like you, but like forgot the hands.
But like stopped at the
like you were
wrists.
wearing gloves and she forgot to get those.
Yeah, I look like I work harder than I do. My hands would not suggest I've worked on the internet for the last 10 years. I look like I've been putting car parts together.
Truly, mechanic hands. No, okay, sorry. Everybody Loves Raymond. Oh, but I feel like in sitcoms it would always be like offensive when the wife got, you know, and they'd have to have a talk later of
classic.
Like, you got me.
What's an offensive thing for a woman?
What's a cleaning supply?
A mop, I guess.
I don't think you can get cleaning supplies for people.
But if you give them if you're in a heterosexual relationship to the guy, is that
I think that works. I mean, like in this household,
Chip is a very clean person.
He's a very clean person.
I can't tell you how many times I've walked in over the last year to podcast and he's just got a full vacuum going. And I have to like knock harder at the front door and be like, I'm so sorry.
No, okay. Two things. First of all,
and he's like going for it. Like it looks like he's in fast motion.
That's our shark like steam cleaning the floors because I have the vacuum. I do the vacuuming once every 5 months.
Hey, I get it.
But he has one of those like steam cleaners and he's like, he can't believe how quickly the floors get dirty. I'll be like, well, it's been raining and like we wear our shoes in the home, etc. And he'll be like, these were clean today. And I'm like, this is the main corridor. But no, he is a clean person. So I think if I got him something that was like a cool gadget that cleans.
Yeah,
I think that works. Fuck the patriarchy.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten the Roomba?
I was just about to move this conversation to a Roomba.
And also, question, do they make like Roombas that do mopping?
That is a great idea because
That'd
here's
be
the
great.
deal. I have like 2 throw rugs. I don't have enough to like, I understand Roomba can go on floors, but like, right. Can they like Swiffer wet jet them
Can
bitches?
they wet jet that?
I want a
would be
snail
interested.
trail following my Roomba all over the goddamn house.
I think
I would
that's
purchase that.
Same. This goes in line with something I got real upset about this week.
Oh, wow. Okay. You got the anger this week.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm going to sit back and have my beer.
I caught the disease. You know what pisses me off this in quarantine?
We have to rename our podcast. You know what really grinds my gears?
What makes me upset is having to turn clothes back right side out from being inside out in the dryer. Have we developed the science to keep clothes from turning inside out in the washer dryer? That's what I don't understand.
Okay. I'm going to piggyback on that.
Yeah.
Is that I've been wearing like so many just sweatpants and
Same.
stretchy pants. I mean, it's crazy.
Yep.
Constantly that I've been gotten so lazy that when I disrobe to get in a bubble bath, let's say,
A bubble bath.
I
Yes.
just leave my socks and panties in the sweatpants. And so it's not just I'm turning them inside out. I'm like, I'm sticking shit in the washer that it just looks like a person evaporated. like there was a full body in there.
Yeah, and it doesn't get clean.
No,
the
there's
way
a
it
sports
should.
bra in a shirt, in a sweatshirt.
Everything, it's like a nesting dolls inside of itself.
Is there anything worse than when you get stuff out of the dryer and everything's good and then you've got that one sock that's like
Crumpled.
flipped in on itself so it's still wet?
It's all wet.
and then you're like, do I
dry this? Will I just put
do I
it
risk
in the
it that it mildews?
molds or something? At this level, all of my socks probably have mold and I have no idea.
That's true.
Also, I haven't
If
realized.
your feet are anything like your hands.
Oh, they're crazy. They're crazy. And thank God they're kept in shoes all day. If it was more appropriate for me to wear leather gloves all day, I would do it to hide this from everyone. I realized the other day, I guess I've never worn socks as frequently as I have the last year.
Is that because you normally wear a sandal or
No, I just barefoot it like around my house.
Really?
Usually. But then
full
also
Flintstones?
before all of this, we were normally going places, so shoes were worn way more often. But all of my socks have holes in the toes now. My toes are busting through.
That makes sense because now we're wearing socks just around the
same.
house. Right, and not having a protective shoe around
Right.
it.
So these are the issues.
See,
these are the things.
if Chip went barefoot in this home, within 2 seconds he'd say, "These floors are filthy." How are they so dirty? I got him slippers as part of his
nice.
Christmas. I got him some like full on like UGG house slippers.
Yeah, those are great.
And I was like, "Welcome to the 90s, the 1890s," because it's like his feet always freezing.
Yeah.
And it's like, are we at the beginning of an infomercial? There's an easy solution for this.
Well, last Christmas, I got Elliot house shoes because he likes to go outside and walk around and stuff, but he doesn't want to put full sneakers on.
So it's like a slipper with a tread?
With the tread. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big deal. These are the kind of things, guys, that you have to be curious about.
And we're discovering, it's like we're coming up on a year being stuck inside.
So wild. So wild. Okay.
What?
Did you watch the Super Bowl at all?
I literally have. Did you watch Super Bowl? In my notes?
No, we had it on, but we didn't really watch it because Elliot, being from Florida, and he looked up the percentage.
Right, he's from Tampa, right?
Ish, I guess. I'm not totally
But it was
sure.
the Bucks, yeah.
Right, but not really because it's Tom Brady and the Bucks.
And Gronk.
And Gronk.
Don't forget about Gronk.
And Gronk.
We saw him at WrestleMania, didn't we?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He is, Gronk is the right word or sound you make when you see a man of that stature.
Yeah, his name is onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
Because when you see, because he's just a walking gronk.
Yeah, when he walks, just gronk, 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 gronk. But we watched it because they were the underdogs. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'll root for an underdog
The
scenario.
Bucks were the underdogs when they
Yeah.
have Tom Brady.
Yeah, they were only, Elliot looked up the math on it. Like there was a 10 or 19% chance that they were going to win. And so that's why he was like, oh, let's watch. This will be interesting. And it was, whatever.
Well, this is what I'm curious about, is that Tom Brady is one of those athletes that like people really hate. Like,
Or they really love.
Right. It's polarizing.
Yeah.
It's like he's the greatest or he's the devil and fuck you, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And, so if you were a Bucks fan previously to this season and you were like, fucking hate Tom fucking Brady, and then he gets traded and then you win a Super Bowl immediately. Like, is it one of those things where you're like, if Biden does well, is the Trump voter going to be like, oh shit?
Yeah. Totally. Well, I was also thinking, I saw a video of afterwards him hugging his kids and like Giselle and all them coming down.
I saw a headline that says their little girl steals the show, but I didn't.
They should have rewritten that headline. That's a little clunky.
There's a stutter in.
Well, I just thought, wow. I mean, this is a very sweet moment between him and his children. And then Giselle comes out. Can you imagine if your parents were Giselle and Tom Brady?
No.
How could you ever think you'd have any success in the world at all when you have a 7-time like Super Bowl winner and a supermodel as your mother?
Well, two things. And that's like, he's won it so many times at this point. This is an annual tradition.
Right.
So it's not like, Dad won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like he's been working so hard. It's like, duh. Of course Dad won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I guess it would be weird to have the night when he didn't win the Super Bowl.
Exactly. And like those kids, when he loses, has he lost? I don't even know. Surely he's had like a Deflategate. Remember when we talked about that for 2 months?
Yeah, I remember. See, we've never had anything to talk about, it turns out. No, they said, I was listening to the announcers because it was funny to hear that one of the announcers sound kind of sauced and the other one sounded like he was trying to keep him on track. And I was like, I'll pay attention to this narrative. But that was me just like really reaching for entertainment at that point.
Because it was so boring. But no, the kids are not going to know how to deal with failure.
Right.
But also, if I was a little girl, or when I get older, I'd be like, really, Mom, you dated Leonardo DiCaprio for so long and then like those are two very different types.
The world in which they are going to spend the rest of their lives is so unrelatable and so out of my ability to understand that I wish them all the best.
You know what? All the best. I wish them the best, and I also don't give a shit because they're so rich. They're fine.
They're all fine. Okay, think about everything you've ever learned about getting healthy. There is a lot of contradictory information out there, and things like the old-fashioned food pyramid just aren't much help these days. So enter NOOM. With NOOM, it's not about what you just ate, but about how you eat in general. NOOM teaches you about your eating, your cravings, and how to build new habits so you can ditch your misconceptions and get smart about food and the choices you make. It's based in psychology, so NOOM teaches you how to eat so you can accomplish your personal health goals and stick with them long term, because you don't need rules to lose weight, you need knowledge. And one of the things I love about NOOM is the recipe section. They have so many different types of recipes, and you can search for them by what fits in your budget. You can search for them by the amount of green in every meal. There are all types of, personal ways that you can create a program for yourself that works the best for you. It's based in psychology, again, so it teaches you why you make the choices you do and gives you the tools to replace your habits with healthier ones. Their cognitive behavioral approach means that you're not just losing weight, you're building the habits to keep it off. And NOOM is forgiving because you're human, as we all are, unless you're an AI robot listening to this podcast. Hi, I guess. If you go off track today, you can get back on track tomorrow. And everyone is busy, and that's why NOOM doesn't demand much of your time. It only asks for 10 minutes a day. You can do that. There's a science to getting healthier. It's called NOOM. Sign up for your free trial today at noom.com/weird. Let's learn how to eat again with NOOM. Again, NOOM, noom.com/weird. If you're ready to learn how to live healthier, NOOM, noom.com/weird.
We, as a species with body hair, deserve better than having to choose between cheap disposable razors and overpriced brands. I mean, sometimes I've spent so much for a razor that it's behind like a Fort Knox at the what's it called, a pharmacy, or it's so cheap that I use it once and then I look like a plucked chicken. I got such razor burn. Luckily, the ATHENA Club razor is expertly designed with the sharpest patented blades on the market. They are one-of-a-kind blades that are enhanced with a revolutionary water-activated serum that has shea butter and hyaluronic acid for a skin-soothing shave with maximum hydration. In fact, ATHENA Club razor is the only razor designed with hyaluronic acid. Honestly, I really love it. I'm not just saying this. They sent me razors to see if we wanted them to be a sponsor on our show, and I'm obsessed. I was like, please send me more, and now I'm on a heavy rotation, and I'm not just a person who says the ad. I'm also a customer. I've got the little baby blue razor. They gave you a little magnetic thing so it can stay away from the floor and no one's getting hurt. And the best part is the razor kit is only $9, and that includes 2 5-blade razor heads, your choice of what color razor handle you want, and that magnetic holder for easy storage. I get new blades shipped to me every couple of weeks, and baby, I might not leave my house, but I am smooth as I've ever been. It doesn't just stop at incredible razors with ATHENA Club. They carry all the self-care essentials you need, from period care to body care and even a probiotic and multivitamin. And every product is vegan and cruelty-free. So stop using razors that underdeliver and switch to ATHENA Club. Sign up today and you'll get 20% off your first order. That's athenaclub.com and use the promo code WEIRD. That's ATHENACLUB.com with promo code WEIRD for 20% off. Go get smooth.
No, we weren't watching it. What did I do? I did something earlier that Sunday. I was doing something, and then we were just like, Chip wanted to go play disc golf, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to be outdoors. So we went and did that, and then came home, and we're like, let's have an outdoor beer. And so we're like having outdoor beer, having a joint, just chilling. And then we're like, oh yeah, it's the Super Bowl. And then Chip goes, oh, it's about to be halftime. So we just remembered, because, you know, we normally do our bowling tradition.
Right.
So we went inside and watched the halftime show right when it started, and then immediately turned off the Super Bowl. But I was quite bored.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. I started watching the halftime show, and then it inspired me to go on YouTube and watch the Beyonce Bruno Mars halftime show from a few years ago,
which is also Coldplay,
which was Coldplay's halftime show. Yeah. But I have a video. There's a video on it that's just the Beyonce Bruno Mars portion, and so that's the one I always click on.
But
and
that's where she debuted Formation.
Formation had come out the day before,
oh my God,
and everyone knew the lyrics by the time she
Alabama. Oh God, it's so good,
so good.
No, but even J-Lo last year and Shakira, like, they're so good and they're so performative. I was curious if like The Weeknd just didn't want. They had those weird like dancers with the bandages that looks like they were wearing jock straps on their face.
I know. I was gonna say that was the title I saw on a delisted post about it. That was like, thank God we got a bevy of jockstrap face dancers at the Super Bowl.
How pissed would you be if you've like dedicated your whole life to dancing and you're like, I'm gonna be in the Super Bowl. I have a bunch of close-ups. You want me to wear them on my face? But like it could. I know there's COVID, but like, I just didn't understand, why were there no guests?
That was everyone's big gripe, I guess, with it. I mean,
does he not have friends?
Who knows? Everyone wanted Rihanna. Everyone wanted like a Daft Punk moment.
Oh my God. Daft Punk is Chip's favorite band, and they like never perform live. So that would have been incredible.
I know. Yeah, I think like expectations were all over the place. Also, like, they still, during the game, had like 25,000 people in the stadium itself.
Well, that's insane. Yeah. And I just saw that they moved WrestleMania this year to Tampa, which I guess it means they probably have like such protocol in place for, you know, the Super Bowl that now they're ready. The whole thing confuses me, but I will say I kept waiting for a drop in because like with Katy Perry, Missy Elliott dropped in.
Oh, the Katy Perry halftime show, I have to
fantastic.
Give super props to. That was so fun. She came out on the what was it, elephant or tiger, like the mechanical thing. So cool.
Left Shark.
Left Shark.
Were we ever so pure?
When the memes were pure and they weren't just shitting on everything all the time.
No, I watched The Weeknd, and you know, I like some of the music, but I really was just like, you got any friends, bro?
I know.
Because like, where are these drop-ins? A socially distant drop in. You know what I did want? I looked at Chip and I was like, you know how The Weeknd is in Righteous Gems? Not Righteous Gemstones. Fucking god damn.
I have no idea.
The Adam Sandler movie with the big jewel.
Oh.
you know
I also
what I'm
want to
talking
call
about?
it gemstones.
I know. I just looked up Adam Sandler gem. Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems, yeah.
The Weeknd is
right,
in
he
that.
is in that.
So I was like, oh, can we at least get like a cameo from Adam Sandler's stressed out, pissed off character in Uncut Gems?
That whole movie gave me anxiety.
It's like a rowdy, like Super Bowl.
That would have been great.
It would have been awesome.
All of these shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah,
I also missed the Puppy Bowl. I didn't watch any
we
of it.
immediately turned it to the Puppy Bowl.
I totally forgot about it.
It was rough versus fluff.
I love it. See, that's what we need this year. That's the speed. That's the ticket.
Right? Oh, no, we watched it for a little bit. And, of course, I'm watching it and just going, Beans would be in the corner pissed.
She would be hating everything.
Beans would go, what is the point? Like, where are we supposed to get this ball?
She'd get so riled up, and then she'd make one lunge at something, and then she'd be taken off the court.
It's done. She's out of here. She's too frail. Oh, sorry. I had to burp.
There you go.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Okay. I am ready.
Okay. If someone was like yelling and you were like, hold on, calm down.
Yelling at me or just yelling?
Or just like in general, if we're trying to get a point across.
Okay.
Would you be like, okay, no, I'm going to give you time to say your piece. Would you spell it Piece or like peace, like world peace? Is it say your piece or say your piece?
I thought it was Piece.
It is, and I thought it was the other one my whole life.
Really? But that does make sense. Like,
it's like, say what you need, so like you're at peace that you've said it. I didn't know it was say your piece,
like say your little
chunk.
Yeah.
Like piece of a pie.
No, that's what but now I kind of want it to be the other way.
Yes, exactly. Like, it's like, say your truth. Say your piece.
Say your piece. Yeah, see, that's a much lovelier way to put that.
Yeah, when you say your piece, like P-I-E, to me, when someone says like a piece, to me, I'm like thinking that's like a gun.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or like a marijuana pipe.
Yes,
You know?
exactly. Two things that have nothing to do with a calm conversation.
Wow, this could be the reason that you're upset at everything.
I've said my piece and I'm pissed.
Oh, it's very true.
Wow.
Okay, what else do I have going on here?
Oh, I can bitch some more.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I told you I was going to do it.
What?
I bitched about Spencer Pratt last week.
Yes.
And I
okay.
made a Spencer Pratt hat.
You made a Spencer Pratt hat?
So let me tell you where we are right here.
Okay.
Because it's a work in progress.
Okay.
Because it's been kind of shitty out. The hummingbirds weren't chilling as much today.
Yeah.
I made a hat like Spencer Pratt has in the Instagram, which is a wide brimmed hat. I sacrificed a hat that was kind of cute.
Wow.
Because I didn't feel like
You're dedicated.
I didn't feel like going to find a big old hat.
No. Who's got the time?
So the way Spencer did it, or his mother, is he covered it in fake flowers, and then they have these like mini bird feeders.
Oh, so it wasn't real flowers, fake
No,
flowers.
it wasn't.
Okay.
It was fake flowers, but then they have mini bird feeders on the head that basically looks like, little Tupperwares.
Yeah.
And so they come and they feed off those.
Okay.
So I was like, perfect. I ordered some. They're tiny. They're adorable. I went and got a bunch of fake flowers and made the hat, and I sat out there.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about it. I saw the hat sitting outside on my way in, and I also, in driving over here and knowing that you had started this, I just imagined you sitting in your backyard and just like presenting yourself to nature.
I did. I have some embarrassing angled videos on my phone. So I fill them with the nectar. I get right in front of so hummingbirds come up.
Can I also just say, you are telling us a story no less than 10 minutes after criticizing the Weeknd's backup dancers' face masks.
I'm sorry. I would have rather I feel like most of America would have been more entertained by me being freaked the fuck out by hummingbirds flying near my face than the Weeknd's performance.
Yeah.
I'll say it. Okay. I was the weekday and I killed. So I'm very still, and I can hear the hummingbird coming. And I'm like,
So
ooh, and I'm
scary.
trying to capture it. But they were just confused. Because there were so much. Because you think about it, in my backyard, there's a hummingbird feeder, and it's just a hummingbird feeder.
It's pretty modest.
On a Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
We were going for tasteful.
No, I'm saying in the grand scheme of
It's not like a blown glass crazy thing.
Well,
it's like a plastic.
I also mean that you don't have like flower bushes and all kinds of like stuff. You just have just the.
Oh yeah, this is like there's a succubant underneath it. That's it.
So what you set up looks like a clear trap to them.
Right. They're just like, this is too easy. Like how is that $100 bill just sitting in the middle of a parking lot, right? So that's why they go so crazy for it, because they're like, this is the easiest fucking gig in the world.
Right.
So anyway, so they're coming up to me and they're like going all around. I can hear them. And they're so fast, right?
Right.
But they keep getting close to my head, but not knowing what the fuck to do, right?
This is
and
like,
I was like, oh no.
This is a lot that you're presenting to them.
This is a lot. I mean,
It's
I'm
like-
coming out like this is their Rose Bowl parade.
Yeah, this is like you took someone that has been fasting for a week to an old country buffet and asked them to like go ahead, and
they're like, "There's too much. There's too much.
There's too many options."
Oh my god, that's so funny. These hummingbirds have just been eating a piece of grilled chicken on a plate, and now I'm like, "Here's a tablescape, bitch." Yeah. So anyway, but it's still freaking me out because they're so close and I can hear them. But I'm like, they keep getting near me and then going to the feeder. So then I took the feeder away.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Oh, and they're already, I told you they are feisty little birds.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry. So anyway, they're coming around me and just, confused. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Chip has come out to see what it's all about. And he's sitting like 20 feet away from me on the couch and he's just going like, they can't find it. You got too many flowers. There's too many flowers on that thing, right? So I'm like, well, shit.
This is where I hope your neighbors could see or hear something going on.
Like Chip's chilling on the couch watching his girlfriend as like a statue with this hat on her head.
I'm just going, they can't find it. It's got too many
with a face shield, right? So I was like, oh, maybe you're right. So there was one tiny little bird feeder that I hadn't glued on, right?
Okay.
So I filled that out. And then I just went out there and I just held my hand out.
Yeah.
And this hummingbird came up. And I'm talking like it's a foot away from my face and just flapped. I mean, I could feel the wind of its wings going.
Oh my god.
And it like, they look like they're not moving and just their wings are going. And it just stared at me. Then it drank for like 20 seconds.
Cute.
Looked up, left, come back, like did it. Like Chip couldn't believe I held my hand that still.
Wow.
But so what I'm thinking as far as the hat goes is that the flower thing was too much.
I mean,
I feel like he must have trained them in some way.
You guys have they're just here for the feeder. And then you presented all of this like pomp and circumstance and they were like, what? It's
like they came to the dive bar for a beer and I was and I'm like using flash paper to be like, we've got some Prohibition era cocktails for you. And they're like, just give us a beer.
Happened to the taps?
So I'm going to take one of those little bird feeders and put it on the bill of a baseball hat.
Yeah, there you go.
Because
that's
it's
more their
simple.
Speed.
They'll see it.
Yep.
None of these shenanigans.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you overestimated their taste level.
They wanted a little black dress and
they wanted some jeans and a t-shirt.
Full Met Ball.
You came in a Billy Porter ensemble. And they were like, we don't understand.
So we don't get this. So I'm gonna do that. But all of this to say, I was still getting to the thing that I'm bitching about, and it's a hot tip.
Okay.
If you need fake flowers for something, go to the dollar store.
Whoa, okay.
Because fake flowers are a goddamn racket.
Yeah, at like Michael's.
Yes, it's like $10 a stem.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, I was getting full gorgeous fake orchids.
Wow.
They're all $1.
I mean, you've heard it here first.
I mean, I'm just telling you, like, unless you need a specific wisteria or something for your Bridgerton costume, go. I called ahead. I called to Dollar King and I was like, do you guys fake flowers? She was like, yeah, we got a wall of them. I was like,
wow.
I'll see you in 5. Then I'm walking to the register.
A dust cloud appears and Mamrie's phone drops to the ground.
I mean, I couldn't believe it to the point I got to the register and I went, are all of these $1? She said, it's a dollar store. Everything's $1.
How much they must get asked that
Constantly. I couldn't believe what a steal.
Wow, now I want to go check it out just to see. I have nothing in planned, but who knows?
We could do, next thing, you're just midsummer. So yeah, if you need fake flowers, call around, go to a dollar store, because I've gone to Michael's before for fake flowers. Even when I did like Fraser Ween and we were going to get vines for Flula's tossed salad costume, a freaking vine was like $15. Like, it's wild. Stupid.
It's wild. And, people don't realize they're getting ripped off until they hear hot tips like this.
You heard it here first. I'm here to make your life easier.
She's got tips, but she's still mad at them.
I'm still mad.
Well, here's also a tip. Actually.
Oh, look at us. It's a tip episode, y'all.
A tip episode for Valentine's
Day.
Here's
a tip. You just hand me $5.
Yeah, thank you for your story. I saw this news story that a Kentucky animal shelter is raising funds by offering people the chance to have their cats that are up for adoption piss or shit in a litter box with your ex's name on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you can pay $10 to have your ex's name put on the inside of one of their litter boxes that's used by their shelter cats, and they will show you the cat pissing or shitting on your ex's name. And
okay, what are your thoughts on this? Because I have some.
Here's what it's called. The promotion, which ends February 12th, is called Dumps for the Dumped.
Oh, okay.
So they're having fun with it. Look, at first I was like, this is ridiculous. And now I'm like, what a creative way for an animal shelter to try and raise money for itself.
I appreciate it. Is this a Valentine's Day promotion?
It is, yes.
However, okay, I got to be honest. If you go through the time to have a cat poop on your ex's name, as opposed to just give that shelter some money, you're not over it, boo.
I know.
You're not over it, boo.
But look, this is a place that's offering cats for adoption. So I think they're, catering to a very specific, clientele.
That's true. However, I would have done something with pussy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, they said that
just in general.
That's Mamrie's Valentine's Day plan.
You know what? I don't have a gift for Chip. I'm going to do something with pussy.
Something with the pussy this year. Well, they say in their Facebook posts, cats can be spiteful creatures, and trust us, they are more than happy to take a number 2 on your former number 1.
Now, this is what I wonder. Do you get a video of it that then you can send to your ex? Because what's the point?
I don't know, but on this page that talks about it, there's a video, I guess, from like the Lexington Humane Society that was on like the local news, and it's just like this. The thumbnail is a cat looking like it's shitting on a box that has the words Matt, Taylor, and Blake written in there.
Wow.
So
I'm going to say this. From seeing that picture of that cat taking a shat, I want to get those cats adopted just to get them away from that shelter.
I know.
It feels like a little exploitative.
It seems a little too,
It's a little too, we're doing some like butt stuff.
Look, I know that like
y'all go get those cats.
Go adopt those cats. Save them from the shame that they have to do.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's it very borders on the line between creative and exploitative. So so that's there. If anyone is curious at all, go for it.
All right. I like creative fundraisers. I'm wondering if I'm going to do my Kentucky Derpy again.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't last year because of the pandemic was still fresh.
Oh, yeah.
But now it's like people just need shit to do.
Truly. Tiny hats need to be given out to dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats. Yes, very true.
Do you experience stress? Do you have anxiety, chronic pain, trouble sleeping at least once a week? If you do, you are not alone. Many of us do. Personally, I struggle with sleep. I struggle with anxiety. And something that might be interesting if you also struggle with those things is FEALS. FEALS is a premium CBD delivery direct to your doorstep. What does it do? FEALS naturally helps reduce stress, anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness. It's easy to take. You just put a few drops of FEALS under your tongue and you can feel the difference within minutes. But the thing to remember about CBD and why a lot of people think it's kind of scary is that you do have to experiment and find the right dose that is the right dose for you. Everyone is different, so you have to leave room to test it out over the course of a week or so. You may need more time, you may need less time. It's up to you to find the effects that you're after. And If you're new to CBD, FEALS offers a free CBD hotline to help guide you through your personal experience. It works naturally to help you feel better. There's no high, there's no hangover, there's no addiction, and you can join the FEALS community and get FEALS delivered to your door every month. You'll save money on every order, and you can pause or cancel anytime. It's got me feeling pretty good. So if you want to become a member today, go to feals.com/TMGW and you'll get 50% off your first order with free shipping. 50. That's feals, FEALS.com/TMGW to become a member and get 50% automatically taken off your first order with free shipping. Feals.com/TMGW.
Have you ever said to yourself, man, I just love the fact that I've had the same few pairs of sheets since college and I never really liked them, but I just keep washing them every week and hoping they get better and then putting them back on the bed like that's totally normal? Well, stop it! You are a grown-up. You know how to download a podcast. You know how to get some new sheets. Well, you should get them from Brooklinen. They can make that voice in your head and the bad sheets on your bed go away. Brooklinen was started by Rich and Vicky, who also tried to find beautiful home essentials that didn't cost an arm and a leg. And when they couldn't, they said, screw it. Let's found our own company. And Brooklinen was born, the first direct-to-consumer bedding company. They work directly with manufacturers to make luxury available directly to you without the luxury level markups. They've got all different kinds of sheets, colors, patterns, materials. So if you like them really soft and buttery, get those. If you like them a little firmer and more linen-y, get those. Brooklinen has over 50,000 five-star reviews and counting, and they are so confident you will love their products that they even offer a 365-day money-back guarantee. You guys, that's an entire GD year. They are so much more than sheets. They've got comforters, pillows, towels, even loungewear. And speaking from experience, I'm obsessed with my Brooklinen sheets. They are so good. I just had my bedroom redone and I was like, no, we don't need new sheets. I got Brooklinen. I'm sticking with them. So go to brooklinen.com and use promo code OUTSIDE to get $25 off when you spend $100 or more, plus free shipping. That's BROOKLINEN.com and enter promo code OUTSIDE to get $25 off when you spend $100 or more, plus free shipping. Brooklinen.com, promo code OUTSIDE at checkout, and then go check it out.
You know what pissed me off the other day?
I can't even begin to imagine.
Why is this how what's crazy is like I'm a very positive person.
Well, we've reached that. We're coming up on 1 year of being in these cages.
Doing nothing.
So,
like I used to go to guinea pig costume contests and shit. And it's been just like a year of like, what can I think about? Things that annoy me.
What pisses me off today?
This didn't piss me off, but you know, at the top of Quar, I was doing a lot of Duolingo.
Yes.
And I'm like, I want to learn Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And I've fallen off from that. You know, it's been a while. I've maybe done like a lesson or two a month in the last 2 months. And I was doing it like 20 minutes a day. I retained nothing. But the other day, and I hadn't been on Duolingo in literally a month.
Yeah.
And I, like, they gave up. And I said to someone, probably Chip, because that's the only person I see. I said...
Or Beans.
I was like, damn it. Like, I didn't learn Spanish. Like, I said I was going to learn it and Duolingo, and I haven't done it forever. And it was like, oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes later, I get a push notification to my screen that from Duolingo that just says, you make Duo sad.
Whoa, okay. Lots of layers there.
Excuse me? Duolingo? First of all, I didn't know that the FBI was listening to that level. Like,
yeah.
I didn't know Duolingo could tap my phone.
Right.
And second of all, you make me sad. Like, put my name in a litter box. I don't give a fuck.
I know. Or like, shouldn't that be delivered in Spanish so it piques your curiosity?
Yeah, and maybe you're not doing such a good job because I wouldn't even know how to say that in Spanish.
I mean, they could be, speaking of creativity, get a little more creative. I remember I had to turn off, what was it, Drizzly or one of those alcohol delivery services. Yeah, that their push
like,
notifications.
Did you get sober?
Their push notifications became too funny and too like relevant that it was like, I don't like this. This does feel like it's coming from a friend, and it does encourage me to want to participate in their service.
But with the Duo one, it's like I hadn't talked about it in forever.
See,
so they'd stop sending
listening
because they were giving giving the hey, if you got 15 minutes, come get on. You know, one of those.
They stopped for a while.
They stopped because I hadn't done it in forever.
And then and now we're talking
with the
about it.
guilt.
I can't wait to see if after this you get a little notification that's
hey.
like, hey, you talked kind of shitty about us. Maybe we're just trying to help you.
Oh my gosh.
Well, do you want to get mad at some other things?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I was reading this article on BuzzFeed. 17 things Gen Z does that millennials actually really find embarrassing. And
okay,
this is interesting because I know nothing really about Gen Z.
Me neither.
They scare me. And so this is a little insight into the things that they're all about.
Okay.
And so I'm curious. And I started to get pissed off reading this. Can you even believe that I have that capability in this time and age?
What does your shirt say, by the way?
I'm sensitive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yep.
I legit didn't know your hair was covering it, and I love that it's like
sensitive.
Hi, Gen Z scares me.
They scare me, and I don't know how else to explain this. No, they're obsessed with middle parts versus side parts.
Right.
Have you heard this?
I heard that they think if you have a side part, you look old.
Yeah, that they think that is not flattering in any capacity, but they think the middle part. And the girl's video that's doing it, they show this TikTok, and she compares herself to Ozzy Osbourne with the middle part, saying that she still looks good. And I cannot tell where the level of joking is happening, where the level of sarcasm is happening.
Wait, okay.
So they truly think, that if you have a side part, that's absolutely disgraceful. So
see, I just feel like a middle part is for hippies.
Yeah.
Fucking dirty hippies and children. Like, I had long hair parted down the middle forever, but like, I don't know. That just felt like very like childish.
Yes. I also have a cowlick in the middle of my head, so I couldn't even do a middle part if I wanted to.
What did it look like? It looked crazy?
It just looks like a little wave happening. And so I can't.
That jersey just refuses to go away.
It refuses. And so one, maybe I'm upset because I can't do it. But two, I agree that it looks like someone that has been kidnapped.
Yes. No, I wore my hair in a middle part a year ago when we went to a Chodrick Hall show.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I had to like train it. Like, I was like, we're doing it. I was like, come on, stay, baby. I had to like pin it and everything. And then everyone was like, you look like Miranda sings.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why I'm past it.
That's burned into my brain. They also document themselves crying a lot. Like, they take photos of themselves crying and videos of themselves crying so they can reflect on, like, this was me at a tough time. And I've seen people post this before, being like, this was a bad day. And I cannot wrap my head around, if you are in the most extreme pain, that you just slowly take out your phone and point it towards your face and capture it. I can't wrap my brain around
I'm
it.
actually torn about this because I know what you're saying. I've seen people like post and then be like, this was at my really dark time. And I'd be like, I wouldn't want a camera anywhere near me if I looked that like that version of myself. However, when I was a kid, when I would get upset and start crying, I would immediately run to the bathroom to watch myself.
Yeah,
but I thought it was more of like an acting exercise.
You wanted to be an actress. And I think Gen Z is wonderful, but they also...
You better, because I don't know if we have listeners.
I know. Well, I'm fascinated with just
we love you. We love you.
And I'm learning to appreciate how performative you are about all of your emotions.
They're more in touch that, they haven't...
Everything's documented. Everything is comparison because all they know is social media.
Like, when I was their age, I didn't even know what my face really looked like.
Yeah, me either. When I was in middle school, whenever anyone recognized me, it blew my mind because I thought I was completely unrecognizable.
Yes.
I was like, I have
eyes,
like
a nose, facial, and a mouth. Whatever it is.
How could anyone possibly discern me from anyone else?
I'm a Mr. Potato Head. How does anyone know? No, same. And like the only time we heard our voice was on our outgoing answering machine message.
Yeah.
Or like I would play with a tape recorder. So even now, like with kids being like, oh, I know exactly what I sound like and look like. It's like I was a we were mysteries. We were walking around like little
lived authentically
stick figures.
As some might call that, authenticity.
I would have loved to have been able to record myself
crying. I mean, that would be
not crying.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. I can't help but laugh when I see people's photos of them crying, because I just imagine the full 360 scenario of them just slowly pulling out their phone and being like, I gotta make sure I
remember this pain.
And then they also call yoga pants flare leggings. They've discovered
Ikumi?
they discovered yoga pants, and they refer to them as flare leggings.
Why?
Yeah.
It's just because, well, I mean, there is something to be said to play the devil's advocate for Gen Z.
Yeah.
There is something to be said about someone being like, I'm wearing my yoga pants. And it's like, bitch, you've never done yoga. Those are flared leggings for all you're concerned.
Yeah.
That's true.
Very true.
Like if you're rocking a tennis skirt, but you don't own a racket, you're just wearing a pleated skirt.
That's true. Yeah, and if you dress like you went to Hogwarts, that's false advertising.
Or if I'm like, oh, I'm wearing sweatpants. I didn't sweat.
No.
I didn't sweat. I didn't sweat all week. I'm just wearing comfy pants.
Yeah.
You know?
It is. Yeah, it's really interesting. I saw someone did a TikTok where they said the generation that ate Tide Pods can't tell me how to part my hair.
Ooh, hell yes. I like that. Is there anything else that's super juice?
They also, I guess, are faking dark circles under their eyes.
No.
Yeah. This is
To look overworked?
to look old. They all want to be, I guess, like 25.
Also, we're generalizing. We know an entire generation doesn't do this.
No, but this is, I'm so fascinated by all of this. So it's,
Do they want to look more like sensitive or like they've been fake crying?
I think maybe, or they want to look older, more worn by life, I guess.
Wow. Did you ever do anything when you were little to like look older?
Oh, what did I do when I was little to look older? I always looked so young.
Yeah,
Like,
you look like a little baby.
yeah. And so I guess maybe, like black eyeliner, such a Jersey thing
Right.
that you line your waterline and then like right above your, like the waterline in your upper eyelid.
Were you ever into white eyeliner? Because I was
Really?
like the white frosted. That was really big
Maybe.
in the early 2000s, like high school.
Yeah. No, we also had like, glitter was a major thing.
Glitter was a major thing. And I also remember when I first started like playing with makeup, which meant using my mom's.
Yeah.
When I was like a freshman in high school. Like the level to which my face didn't match my neck.
Still to this day, I literally, I get in my car and the lighting in my house it's so deceiving. It looks like it's
Yes.
regular lighting. And then I get in my
No.
car and I go, what is this?
What
And
is this?
Me just driving, wiping my neck, trying to get
Yeah,
everything
people
to
think
match.
I'm doing like that, whatever that massage is. That it's just me trying to blend my face to the point where if I need my makeup to look presentable and I'm going somewhere,
Yeah.
I just do my makeup in my car
Yeah, no, that's a better
because
way
there's
to do it.
no lighting in my house whatsoever.
A much better way to do it.
Chip is a vampire. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of vampires and things like that.
Yes.
The other day you were talking about it was the new moon
Yes.
or something like that, which
Something
we
like that.
used to do ceremonies. It was great.
Lovely.
But it had me laughing because have I ever told you like one time back in the day, I was in my 20s in New York, and I remember there was a full moon or something, and my mom admitted that she like is kind of scared of werewolves.
Wait, how do you kind of admit that?
Because she said something about like, oh, that's creepy. Like when someone was like in front of the full moon in a window or something. And I was like, what, mother? And I was like, are you scared of werewolves? And she was like, no. But if a man was in front of a full moon and he started scratching his neck, I would get out of there. I was like, Mom, you're a very grown-up, rational woman. And your ex-husband was in the werewolf film Silver Bullet. And you're scared of werewolves? She was just like, I'm not scared. I'm just saying. You just
Like,
keep precaution.
it can't rule them out.
I mean, it just made me
Wow.
laugh so hard. I think there was like an article recently that came out that was like, is this a wolf man? Like people really believe that.
And everything. Yeah. I had on here to talk about weeks and weeks ago that in, I think maybe Kentucky or something, a guy was lobbying a bill so that there could be a Bigfoot hunting season.
Okay.
Like for real, like trying to get
Whoa.
a bill passed so that there was a designated amount of time every year that you have to have a certain license that you can hunt for Sasquatch, Bigfoot.
Are
all that.
you serious?
I'm as serious as I remember that article being.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty nuts.
But is that
right?
like a fun law or do people believe it? You know how there's like cat mayors and stuff?
Right.
Like we know they're not
Oh,
signing legislation.
This is
It's fun.
Oklahoma. Yeah, Oklahoma. representative introduced a bill that would establish a hunting season for the state's most infamous species of alleged native wildlife, Bigfoot.
Okay, here's what I think.
Yeah.
I think this is a long con for him to get to shoot his hairy cousin.
Yeah.
I think he has a cousin or a ex, like the ex-husband of his wife or something, happens to be very tall and hairy and likes to hang out in the woods.
Yeah. No, there's a link to the actual bill that was proposed. It's one page, so an easy read if you're interested. Once the Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Commission to establish rules for a Bigfoot hunting season. It's just so they can sell more
Bigfoot merch.
Permits,
true.
all of that.
Because I was driving through a small town in North Carolina this summer, and I found out that town has a Bigfoot festival. Where like all the bartenders dress up like Bigfoot and people do like a crawl and it's like a whole thing.
That's very
And in my
fun.
head, I was like, I would buy 50 t-shirts right now. Like
instantly.
Bigfoot on stuff, dope.
Love it.
People
Love
who
it.
think Bigfoot is real, not so much.
So much.
And there's always so many like finding Bigfoot shows. Like those channels would have nothing to show. They'd probably also be showing ridiculousness.
Right. And also, you would think in this last year of quarantine pandemic that this would be the time that Bigfoot would make an appearance. Everyone's gone. Now's your time, buddy. Go out, live your best life. No one's coming for you.
I walk outside and Bigfoot's wearing my flower hat, hanging out with the hummingbirds.
Oh.
Wow. I'm exhausted from all our anger.
I know.
Once again.
It's really a pleasant time to be able to finally let this all out every week.
Well, I'm excited to see if the hummingbirds do come to the baseball cap.
Yes, I'm eager to see how this story unfolds.
That's why I haven't put anything up yet about it. But goddamn, Spencer Pratt, better than me. Didn't think I'd say that shit. This got weird.